What's going on, guys, and welcome to the next Weekly Ramble video where I get to sit and talk about anything that I want because it's my series. I have a good time with this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. This one is going to be a little bit of a preface to the next couple weeks because there's some things coming up that are going to hinder just basically time for Will and I. So we're going to do our best to keep on top of content, but before I get into all that, I do want to mention, I've said Commander 2018, we're going to be talking about it on on an upcoming, podcast episode, that is planned, for next week. In fact, we'll be recording that most likely today to get it out. So it should be coming next week. Just keep an eye out for it. I know we're a little bit late to the party on that. This past week, we released an episode on Phyrexian mana. And I don't remember if I promised Will I wasn't going to say anything about this, but we're actually starting to backstock a couple episodes just here and there as possible. This was our first one, and it's just a topic that can be talked about sort of at any time. It's not super time sensitive, and so we can kind of discuss it at any point. Backstocking episodes just keeps us on track on the weeks that we are going to be off. So that actually ties into what we're talking about in just a few minutes. But because of that, obviously, it made sense to push off, unfortunately for us, it made sense to push off Commander 2018 until next week. So we will be talking about it. Don't worry, it's coming. I promise. But it will be next week. So just keep an eye out for that. Obviously, it'll come out on Wednesday. I'm not going to ramble anymore about Commander 2018 on the Weekly Ramble, just because I've already done that quite enough. But we have a lot more detailed stuff that we want to talk about there for you. So we're going to split it out into a full podcast episode. So that tying into why we have to backstock episodes, I'm specifically traveling for the next 2 weeks. So about a week and a half. A very, very good friend of mine who has never been on the channel, unfortunately, but a very, very good friend of mine is getting married this weekend. And so they decided that they wanted to do a friend trip. Basically right after the wedding instead of the traditional kind of honeymoon thing. So my whole friend group basically is going out and going down to the beach for, I believe it's like 4 or 5 days. And so I'll be gone for basically the majority of the first part of next week, all just hanging out with friends at the beach. Again, there's something that ties into that in a second. I will get to it. But it's going to be really fun. I'm really, really excited. Obviously, I'm happy for my friend. He's finally getting married. They've been engaged for a little bit, so it's nice to see them finally tying the knot, so to speak. But I'm very excited for them, and I'm obviously excited about going to the beach. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's cool. Side note for those of you who don't know, I don't know if we've ever mentioned this, but I used to be in a band. I played drums in a band, and this whole friend group is basically the band. And then obviously significant others, and then a few extra kind of people who have been longtime friends of the group. And so it's really, really exciting to catch up with those guys. A lot of them have like moved away or joined the military, done other things. So to be able to actually go and have everybody kind of together again is really, really exciting. I'm definitely stoked for it. So yes, that's going to be basically through the first part of next week. Right after that, literally like the day after I come back, which I believe is Wednesday, on Thursday, I leave for Chicago for a work conference. So I will be gone until the following like Tuesday, I believe. And so I'll be gone a lot over the next week and a half. But some exciting news, hopefully, to come from this. I think this is kind of our avenue to open up the door to vlogging. Actually, Will and I kind of tested some things yesterday or the day before, whenever I believe it was the day before yesterday as of the video going up. But basically, we tested some vlog footage. We have obviously our little GoPros, and we actually were using this little thing, which is basically just a glorified handle for a GoPro. But we got some footage. I'm probably not going to drop it in here just because I'm a perfectionist with that kind of thing, and it bothers me if it's not good enough. But we definitely have some footage that we've been testing and trying to make some cinematic sort of B-roll style thing with some vlogging sort of in between. And so we actually got to sit down and test that and play around with it a little bit, and it looked really, really good. We learned a few things that I was in particular doing wrong. Some of my shot settings were not correct for slowing footage down. I was basically shooting at 30 frames per second, not 60, but that doesn't have any relevance to most of you. Sorry about it. But I'm really excited because I'm sort of getting into the vlogging idea a little bit more. Obviously, I don't want to do it all the time because I don't do all that many interesting things. That's something I've talked about before, because a lot of you have asked for vlogs and things like that, and I'm happy to do it, but I don't want to just do it on my day-to-day because, like, I just go to work. And I can't really vlog at work anyway, but it's also not a very interesting job for the majority of everybody. So it doesn't really make sense to vlog every day. But on something like this upcoming beach trip or this upcoming Chicago trip, my hope is to actually sit down and vlog a little bit. And it may not be something that's super long. It may not be something that's super in-depth, but it's kind of a test for us to see what we can actually do and what I can do to get out of these kinds of things. So to get some content out of them specifically. So I'm really excited. It's going to be an interesting time. Obviously, the beach is going to be a lot more fun than the Chicago trip, although I have never been to Chicago. So if you have any recommendations or if anybody's in Chicago and wants to hang out for a little bit, I guess let me know. I don't know. I really doubt we have enough people to make that worthwhile, but on the off chance you're in Chicago of the course of next week, let me know and we can meet up or grab a coffee or do something like that. But yeah, so really excited. Obviously that hinders us from being able to post a lot of videos though. I usually am the one to upload and record, obviously, the Crack-A-Packs and things like that. My goal is to record all of the Crack-A-Packs ahead of time. That's what I'm shooting for. And that way I can go ahead and upload those, obviously, through Friday tomorrow. They're already taken care of. But shooting the next, like, 2 weeks, roughly, of Crack-A-Packs, it just gets a little bit time-consuming just because I have to export and do all that stuff. And I leave... Basically, I'm going to be busy all day Saturday, and then I'm gone after that. So I'm going to do the best I can to get as many of them up as I can. Hopefully, I'm able to get all of them. My hope is that when I come back on Wednesday of next week, I'll still be able to do a very quick weekly ramble as well. These are super easy to shoot. It's literally like a webcam and me sitting here. So it's really easy. My hope is that I'll be able to do that. And also give you guys some updates on times as far as vlogs and things like that when we can expect those up. But I'm going to do my best to work on those while I'm there a little bit. But obviously, I'm going to be with friends. I'm going to want to hang out. The Chicago trip, I will more than likely be able to edit just after the sessions for the conference and things like that. So I imagine that I'll be able to have that one out pretty quickly. But the beach trip maybe a little bit longer. But yeah, so excited about all that. Obviously, if you've been waiting for the Commander 2018 stuff, don't worry, it's coming. And then just a heads up for the next couple weeks. That's really it for this weekly ramble. I don't have that much. I actually have to go record Crack-A-Packs now. But one other thing, I forgot to mention this. So instead of this little handle thing, I actually bought a gimbal. Not a GoPro specific gimbal, but like an adapted gimbal. So it was a little bit cheaper. It's going to smooth out some footage and things like that. So I'm really excited to try it. I'm actually waiting for the batteries to charge right now. So while I do that, I'm going to record some Crack-A-Packs, and then hopefully be able to go out and test that right around golden hour, but we'll see how we can, how long it takes to charge the batteries. It's getting pretty close right now. So, we'll see what we can get. If I do get some interesting footage, I may just post some things on like our Instagram or something just to play around with it and see what you guys think. But pretty fun stuff, all very exciting. Oh, and congratulations to our Twitter giveaway winner. I forgot to mention that. Congratulations. I should have written down your name. It starts with an A. Hold on. We're doing this. This has to happen. Basically, so for our Twitter giveaway, we had, I believe, like 70 or 80 people enter. So thank you all so much for all that. Armitile, was our winner. And so congratulations to you. Your product is on the way if you have not already received it. But thank you guys so much for entering. We actually went from like, I think it was 51 followers to like almost 120. So we over doubled thanks to you guys. So thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate it. We hope that you'll enjoy the content. Most of the stuff that goes to our Twitter is all like linked back to our YouTube. It basically, anytime a video goes up, it shoots over to Twitter as well. So hopefully you guys will click on that and actually enjoy the content. That's kind of the goal, right? So hopefully you guys enjoy it. But again, congratulations to our winner. And thank all of you for participating. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. I got to record some Crack-A-Packs. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to leave a like or a comment down below, as always. And, of course, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of our content. But with that, I'm going to get out of here. Guys, thank you so much. I will see you in the next Weekly Ramble.